It's Tuesday, the 18th already, Luke. At the time Jesus came to Jericho, intended to pass through the town. Now a man there named Zacchaeus, who was a chief tax collector, also a wealthy man, was seeking to see who Jesus was. He could not see him because of the crowd and because he was short in stature. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore tree in order to see Jesus, who was about to pass that way. When he reached the place, Jesus looked up and said, "Zacchaeus, come down quickly, for today I must stay at your house." And he came down quickly and received him with joy. When they saw this, they began to grumble, saying, "He's gone to stay at the house of the sinner." But Zacchaeus stood there and said to the Lord, "Behold, half my possessions I shall give to the poor. If I extorted anything from anyone, I shall repay him 4 times over." Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to this house." Wow, good of Zacchaeus. What a change. And we said, when Jesus tells him to come to I want to come to your house and have dinner. Having dinner is more than simply sharing a meal. It means there's a certain acceptance, all right? You're really close bonded to have dinner, sit at someone's dinner table. You're accepting them as they are, and that's the problem. How can you accept this tax collector? But he changed, though. He reformed. He gave back. We're all in need of to change, to reform our lives as well. And so when this little story I heard, that when my sister Andrea got married, she asked for my mother's wedding dress. The day she tried it on for the first time, she was sitting with her mother in the living room as Andrea descended the stairs. The gown was a perfect fit on a petite frame. My mother's eyes welled with tears. I put my arm, the other sister put her arm around her and said, "You're not losing a daughter." I reminded her in a time-honored fashion, "You're gaining a son." "Oh, forget about that," she said with a sob. "I used to fit into that dress." We change. We put on weight. We need to change as well, get back to the way we used to be. And so that's probably not making much sense, but that's okay. I know it makes sense to me that when we're young, we had the zeal and the ideals, perhaps, and now all of a sudden, what happened? Perhaps we'd have to fulfill them, but we can live out those dreams, the goals that God has planted us today. May God give us that grace. Amen.